Hey everybody, you won't believe this. I have sitting on this desk the best box I think I'll ever have this year, if not the early beginning of this year. We are in March 20th. This is a Brinks box with no date. The last Brinks box I got, or the one before that, I think it was the last one. Nope, the one before that. I've had two other boxes before this. So 2 boxes ago, I had 140%, just one. And I think I might have it sitting right here somewhere. Nope, I don't. But it was an ugly 40, but still a 40 nonetheless. This box, as you can see in the camera, right here we have a silver, right here we have a silver, and right here we have a silver. This is a nice, pretty looking, come on, 40%. I'm 99% sure because the weight on this roll, and I'm going to talk about the weights for a second. The weight on this roll is only 225.6. 0.5. 0.4. 0.6. So it's kind of my scale. Let me do that. 225.6. So very light, and it still has a silver on the end. Then we have this one, which has a Benji ender sitting right there with a nice, beautiful bell sticking out. This one is very heavy, 226.7. And then this one also has a Benji, which looks like a brand new BU, sorry. If it's not a proof, I'd be surprised. But this one is 227 on the dot. So I have a feeling this has this and a 40 in it maybe, because it's heavier than that one, and they're both 90s sitting on the top. But all of these, shy of maybe one or two, are heavier rolls. Like this one, no enders, 227.4. No enders, and it's heavier than that roll or that roll. This one, 226.1. Next one, 227, no enders. 227, no enders, and so on. Almost the whole box is 226 or higher as far as the top half. That's 226, 226, 226.1. Let's go here. 226.1. Let's try this one. 227.4, no enders. Like, absolutely ridiculous. 226.6, no enders. No enders. 227.2, absolutely ridiculous heavy amount of rolls. And then the bottom half of the box, I weighed them all out. I brought all the heaviest ones to the top. There are a few in here that are slightly heavier, like, not that one. 226.2, 226.5, 225.7, which could, considering that's a 5.6, that one could have a 40 in it. This is 5.4, so odds are it doesn't. But I've kept all the light rolls on the bottom and the heavier ones in the bottom right of this box. So I'm going to start on this corner, work my way to this corner, and then we'll go to the heavy box, or the heavy rolls, the heavy rolls. But, like, please, tell me in the comments, have you ever seen this kind of action out of a box this year yet? This I have not seen ever in my life. I've been doing this since 2019, and I have never had one with two 90% enders that I can recall. I have had a Benji ender. I've had a either facing, and I've also had a Benji 63 proof ender. I'm pretty sure it was sticking face up, or obverse for the technical people. I have had a box with 11 40% enders, and I think I've even had as high as 13 enders as a record. But what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be making a separate video within this video that you're going to see me weigh them, pause for a second, do something off camera, and then open the roll, then do something off camera again. What I'm doing is I'm marking down the weights And if I find something or I don't, I'm marking what I'm finding to try and see where the silver normally resides, and then I'm going to make a video on that off of this box just to see. So it will be a fun little insider video from this. Hopefully, I think it'll be fun, and keep an eye out for that after the fact, after I'm done with this. So let's get started with roll number 1, and I think I am going to pause in between because I feel like the first half of the box, unless I open silver, if I open it and I don't find anything, I'm just gonna pause it there, go through the roll, then bring the video back as I'm opening the next roll. That way, whenever I do find something, I'll find it with the video rolling. So we'll try it a different way this time. So this one says it's 225. Now, of course, my pen doesn't want to work. 225.5. And we're gonna open this one since we're rolling, and see what comes out, if anything. Let's see if there's anything in this one. We got some shiny edges, but I don't see any silver. We got just a couple. There's that ender with some damage on it, the Ring of Death, 24. 77, Ring of Death, some more 24s, 83, nothing out of this roll that I can see. So that one provided nothing, which is fine. I'd rather have a slow start and end strong than have a strong start and then end with crap. So I'm going to pause it here. I'll bring you back in. I'll hold off for a second. I will weigh this next roll. 225.6, same weight as the ender roll. Let's see what we get out of this one, if anything. I thought that said 87. I thought I had an 87 ender. I was about to say, what? I didn't see any special enders other than the silvers. But I'm going to have to carefully... Was that silver? Hey, look at that! We found our silver in here, 225.6, same as this one. We found a 40%er already. Check that out. That is nice. So that's one inside the rolls. Let's get these nicer edges out. What's this? Nope, that's nothing. That's awesome. That's good to see. That means some of these the lighter rolls will most likely have some silver in them, aside from just being on the lighter side, which I have seen. 225.5 was the lightest one I've ever seen give a silver. So 0.6 or above seems to be the going most common I get. Is that a different one? Most common theme as far as 40%, where you could find those. So it's almost to the point where the weight doesn't matter as far as finding 40%, but finding let me see. Let's see. I don't know if there's any. I don't have my scope on for that. This one's actually in decent shape. It just needs the toning removed. What was I saying? I don't think there's a correlation for 68 to 67 weight being off by like a 0.1, a tenth of a gram or not. But we're going to see if I find a certain year in 225.5s, if I find them, or certain years in 225.6 versus 225.7, and so on. So I'm going to try and do some empirical data on that to see if I find anything out, see if anything comes of that, but I have a feeling it won't. 225 on the dot. This one feels normal as far as that goes, but it's definitely light as far as weight. And I don't see any edges, so I'm going to go ahead and pause here and bring you back in on the next roll after I go through this one. So I'll be right back. All right, back with the next one. This one says 225.6 yet again. Let's write that down so I don't forget it. 0.6. And this will have what inside? I don't see any silver edges. That is not silver. That is a 21. So I'm going to pause here, go through this roll, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, that's going to be it for that roll. And the next one says 225.9. I'm going to move this so I make sure it's on a nice flat surface, not being goofy. Same weight, 225.9. I'll put that down here. Nothing out of that one, 225.9. Let's see if this comes up with anything. Hopefully something. I don't see any edges. And I don't hear any silver, so I'm going to pause it. I'll be right back. Alright, the next roll, 225.7. 225.7. 1 second. Alright, so this was 225.7 if I'm not mistaken. I didn't write it down. Had to do something real quick. 225.6.7. We're going to go with the 0.7 because I got that more. 25.7. Last roll gave me nothing. This one hopefully will give me something this time. Let's find out. Again, nothing. Nothing with these, even though that's heavier than the silver roll. Nothing there. Alright, well, I'm going to pause it here. I'll bring you back in when I'm done on moving and weighing up the next roll. Alright, I'm on to the next roll. This one's pretty light. 225.3. Betting I'm not going to see anything, so I'm going to open this one quick. I do see some nicer edges, but nothing silver. Nothing silver on that, so we're going to take a pause, and I will bring you back once I get to the next roll to hunt. So here we go. Be right back. All right, here we go. We're gonna weigh this one up. 224.9. That's light. That is crazy light. Either magic coin or missing coin. Let's see. This one's beat up, so I think that's the culprit. Let's see here. Not seeing anything worth talking about. Not at all. Nothing. Let's see if that's approved. Oh, nope. Alright, I'll bring you back in once I get to the next roll. Alright, we're on the next roll. Let's see what happens. 225 point... Oh, that was just a cluster. Let's see, 225.5. Let's see what happens here. Sorry about that. That went flipping out of my hand. Nothing silver edged. And nothing heavy, nothing sounding heavy, nothing sounding good really. So I will bring you back in a second. Alright, here we go. We're going to roll number 10. 225.3. 225.3. Not expecting anything out of this one. A little bit of fuzz there. Don't see anything good. Move that up there. 24. Nothing by sound, so I'll bring you back in after I'm done going through it. Be right back. Alright, we got a slightly heavier one here at 226 on the dot. So let's see what happens with this slightly heavier one. 226.0. This one might have a silver floating around in there. And it does! A very bright one too. Look at that. Holy cow, that sucker's really sticking out. Look at that. Sweet. I'm going to pause real quick because I'm going to make it short right now. Alright, so I just recorded a little update video for this, a little update short. We found one silver, and we're going to find out what it is. Oh, what I forgot to do. Forgot to write what percentage of silver it is. So this one looks like it's going to be, oh, I can't use that, dang it, a 40%er, but a very nice one. And there is the back of it. So we'll stick, oh, I'm sorry, I'm put my hands in the wrong spot. So that is the back of it. We will go through this here in a minute. And let's see what this is. I'm going to bend my camera down just a little bit. I'm going to turn that blue. Let's see here. We are going to go. Come on. Focus in. We can do this. Come on, focus it. Focus. There it goes. All right, very nice. Let's see what it is. 1968, it looks like, from the smudge. Come on. God, I hate my camera. I really do. There it goes. Ooh, 65. I'm sorry. I didn't even look down at the coin on my hand. I just looked at the screen the whole time. So that's a beautiful 65, 40%er. That thing's in great shape. That might go into my personal collection, I think. We'll see. All right, I'm going to pause here while I go through the rest, and I will see you in the next roll. And hopefully there's going to be a bunch more before I even get to these rolls. So let's see. Be right back. All right, we're back with the next one. Let's see what this one weighs. It's got a dirty bicentennial on one end. 225.6. Let's write that down real quick. 225.6. And we will get what out of it, if anything. Let's see. Let's see what we can try to pull. Nothing. All right, I will bring you back in at the end of going through this one. Be right back. All right, so next roll. 225.7. 225.7. Let's see what this one provides. I like the 5.6s and above now. Let's see here. I've always liked them, but I like them even more. I don't see anything in this one or hear anything. So I will bring you back in if I find anything fancy. All right, be right back. So we're on this next roll, and we got nothing in the last roll. This one is 225.9. 225.9. Let's see what this one's got. We're going to also, if you would, while I'm opening this one up, tell me what you think about the way I'm doing this video versus my other videos. If you like this way, where I'm weighing each one before I'm opening it, and the way I'm pausing it and moving on, versus the way I would do it on my other videos. If you would take a gander at some of those and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this method or the other method, the other method is kind of like jumping to the silver as fast as I can. Whereas this is, if it shows something right off the rip, then you get to see it live, which I think might be more entertaining. But let me know what you think as far as that goes. And let me know if you think I should keep doing it this way or go back to the old way. Let's weigh the next one since we're already recording. This one has a very nice 71 on one end, ugly 71 on the other, 225.3. I don't have high hopes for this one, but we'll see. See what happens. And like I thought, nothing edgewise. I can look at the 71 real fast and see if I see any doubling, which I do not. So I will bring you back in and on the next roll. Be right back. All right, next roll. 225.5. Again, kind of on the light side, but this is the lightest I've ever seen a 40 come out of. So let's see. Nope, no 40 today. Not out of this roll. So I will pause again and bring you back in. if I find anything good. But I'm pretty sure I don't hear anything. So, be right back. All right, on to the next one. 225.5. Once again. Let's see what this one is going to be. Nothing by heavy sound, nothing by sight. So I will bring you back in on the next roll. Be right back. All right, so this one here, 225.8. Nothing in the last roll, so let's see what this one is. 225.8 is coming up on the last row of the box. We've got two more, and then we're moving on to the really heavy of this part of the box. I don't see anything silver or hear it, so I'll bring it back in at the end of moving on to the next roll. Be right back. All right, so this one, 225. That's weird. I just weighed it and it was 225.6, but 225.7. And we got one more for this row, and then we're on the last row of this box where I put the heavier rolls, and it looks like we might have nothing. We had a faker there. We have a Bitcoin. We have a Bitcoin. Look at that. We found ourselves a Bitcoin. Funny stuff. I don't know why people would write that on there. That makes no sense to me. So if you're the one doing it, please leave in the comments why you're putting that on the coins. I don't get the joke. I don't think I do. Anyway, I'll be back in the next row or next roll. Be right back. All right. We are at 225.2. That's very light. I'm going to go ahead and say there's probably nothing in here. Let's find out anyway. Not even a weird sounding coin. Be right back. All right, now we're on to the last row of this, and then we're moving on to this, the creme de la creme of it. 225.4. Wait one more time to see if it changes. 0.5. 0.4. We're going to go with 0.4. Although the 0.5 is the lightest I've ever seen with a silver. We're going to stick with the 0.4 because that showed up more often. Nothing by edges. Nothing by sound, so I'll be right back with that. The next roll in that second roll of this row. All right, we're back to the next roll. 3 more left in the bottom half of the box. 225.3. 225.3. Oop, there goes that thing again, flying out of my hand. Got some fat edges here, but pretty sure they're not going to be anything good. What's this? Nothing. Nothing. Alright, I'll bring you back once I get to the next roll. Be right back. Alright, next roll. 225.7. Let's see what it's got. Again, please, if you would, leave in the comments if you like the way I'm doing it now versus the other videos. Don't see any edges. I'll bring you back in after I go through this roll. Be right back. Alright, so they were in this order in the box. This one actually is heavier. So this is 226.1. This one is 226.4. So I'm going to hold off on that one, and we're going to do the heavier one. But before I do, I want to see if there's anything in the 220. That's a 225.7. So we can move that one up there. That's definitely heavier. I kind of want to go in heaviness order. So I'm going to try and move these around in a way that's a little more fitting. 225.9, 226.1. Ooh, that's like one of the heaviest ones. That's way less. Way less. That's way down here. Let's see here. What's this one? That's up there. Not as heavy as that one. I'm gonna move these around. Let me go through these. I'm gonna weigh them, make sure they're from lightest to heaviest. Like this is 226.2. This is 226.3. So obviously that's a little heavier. So I'm gonna reorganize these so the 226s are down here to the 227 and above. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. All right, so I just went through all of them. This one is 227.1, so it should be up in this first two rows, whatever. But because it's an ender, I'm taking it out. 227.1, 226.7 should be in like the third to fourth row. This one is a 225.6, sometimes a 225.5. So technically that should be over here because these are 225.7, which is heavier than that, and then a 225.6, which is about the same weight. So because it's got one in it and it's light, I'm just going to go ahead and hunt it now and see what else, if there's anything else, and I'll do it in this order because these are pretty much the same. We got 0.6, 0.5. So I guess we'll do this one just to get that silver out of it, get it in the 40% pile over here. Then we'll move on to these two, which are the lightest ones, and then these are the dead end ones because they've got enders in them. But these two are 227.5s, so they're actually heavier than these. So these might have multiples in there for sure. So let's find out what happens. So again, the next one, let me mark this down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should have 2 left. Yep, there's the 2. So these 2 would be the bottom of the rest of the bottom of the box, and then this is all the top. So set that one over there for now. Let's see what this one, which is, oh, sorry, I forgot to mark down. This one would be 225.5, which we know we have 1. So let's see what we got. I know the video is getting a little bit long, but I apologize. Unfortunately, when you have this much silver floating around in here somewhere, you got to find it all. All right, so we got the silver ender right there, which there's the back of it. Oh, let's do this real quick. Here we go. And I did peek at it. It's a 68 Denver. Look at that. That's a nice one. Now we might have, nope, nothing else in there, so I'll be right back to see if there's any proofs or anything. But I'll be right back with this roll. All right, so the last roll for the bottom of the box. This one was a 225.6. Give me 1 second. Let's see what this one has in it. And we're moving on to some heavier rolls. I don't see any silver edges. And I don't hear anything, so I'll be right back. Alright, we didn't find anything in that one, which is fine. Now we're on the top half of the box. So we're going to go put a line through that. This one is the top. And this is 225.7. Let's see what this one would have in it. And now they're all by weight, lightest to heaviest. Oop, there we go. Look at that. We have a silver. 225.7 gives us 1 silver. Let's see if we can. All right, that's the back. Do that. All right, let's go through this real quick. See if I see anything other than that coin to speak of. That's a nice one, by the way. It's got some good quality whiteness to it. Nice and snowy white. Let's see there. I love when the silver has a white frosty look to it. I don't know why, just sticks out compared to the rest. Like this one is white, like frosty white and shiny compared to these two, which are kind of dirty. Got like a toning to them. Let's see what this one is. This one's in great shape. This might be another 68. Let's find out. Beautiful. Ooh. '67 in great shape. Look at that. Very nice. Sweet. That's 4. All right. Next. Let's see. That's a 67. How did I write that? All right. Write the year and the percentage. 40%. All right. 225.9. 225.9. Let's see if we're going to get something. And if we do, what will it be? Don't see any silver. Yep, no silver there, so I'll bring you right back. So that is that for that one. Nothing there, sadly. But now I think we're into 225 or 226s. Let's find out. 225.9, 226, 225.9, 225.9. Let's see what it gives us. It did show 226 there for a second and 225.8, so I guess it depends on the scale's mood. I don't see any silver, so I will bring you right back in just a second. All right, nothing in that one, so let's go to the next one. 226 even. Let's write that down. 226.0. What do you have inside here? Let's see. Come on, silver. Poo on you. 226, and it gives me nothing. All right, I'll bring you right back in a second. All right, nothing in that one, unfortunately. 226 on the dot. Let's see. 226.1. Let's see if this one has anything. Gotta start digging into some of these really heavy rolls and getting all the silver out, because I'm not seeing the silver in some of these slightly heavier rolls. I don't get it. Got a very goldish bicentennial here, but not gold plated. And a bunch of ones I can go through. I'll be right back. Alright, so this one here says 226. Not 226.1 for some reason. So we'll go with that. 226.0. Let's see what this one gives. But before I do, I'm going to pause. I got to let the dogs in. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see what this next one is. The last one gave us nothing. Yeah, this one's 226.0. I thought I had the 0.1s already. Guess not. Guess we're all on the 226s. Anyway, let's see what happens. Still no silver edges. What is going on here? It'll be like the last 10 to 15 rolls. Alright, be right back. Alright, next one. 226 again. 226.0. Is in here something good? Something good, yeah? Yes! Alright, look at that. 226, we got one. We will take it. Let's see. Alright, I didn't want to see the year yet, but apparently they wanted me to see it. A little on the dirtier side, but still nice nonetheless. 68 Denver. That is 40% currently. So 68 Denver. 40%. That's not bad considering. We've had a bunch of heavier rolls, and not all of them have been giving silver, which I'm very bummed out about, but that happens. So I'll be right back as soon as I'm done with this. Alright, I'm back. That's weird. I distinctly recall. Oh, I'm going backward. That's why. I was supposed to be going this way. Alright, I went the wrong way. Alright, well this is a 225.9. I was supposed to be going this direction because I need to go this way, and then end up over here. So I gotta do this one next. 1, 2, 3. Alright, my bad. Oh well. I was wondering why it was dropping in weight. Oh, what? Alright, so nothing there. I will be right back. Alright, 226.1. Let's see what this one has. Oh ho ho, look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful, look at that. That one sticks out. Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta make a short on this one. Alright, let's find out what this beautiful coin is. That is the back, and it is shiny. Alright. Look at that. That is crazy. That's frosty white. Let's find out. 1967. Look at that. That is gorgeous. That's right there with that 65. So 67. 67, 40%er. Alright. Love it. Alright, I will bring you back in when I'm done and I'm moving on to the next roll. Alright, moving on to the next roll. $226. $226 on the dot. Don't know why this one is slightly heavier than, or lighter than the other one. But who cares? As long as it has silver in it, we don't care what the weight is. Just doing it to see what happens. Oh no, there's no silver in this one. That's some horribleness. Oh well, I'll be right back on the next roll. Alright, we got the next one. Oh, that's weird. 226.2 or 0.1, but I got 226.2 twice. So we're going to go with that. So let's see what this one will have in it. I'm betting there's going to be something. It looks like there might be something right there. No, I was wrong. Nothing. There was something there, but it wasn't silver. Oh well, be right back. Alright. Next one. 226.3. 226.3. This has got to have something in it at this point, which there's something that feels like it might be right there. More like a rounded edge or divot. Not really sure. Let's find out. Let's peel it up a little bit. Peel it down a little bit. Nothing. What is going on? I get the light rolls and they got a bunch of stuff. I get the heavier, slightly heavier, and they got nothing. That is so weird. Very odd. Alright, well. I'll be right back. Alright, next one. Can't believe that didn't have anything in it. And this one. 226.3. Same as the other one. Gotta have something. They're only getting heavier, and you can't get heavier without putting heavier coins in it. So, I mean, they could put more paper, I guess. But oh, what is going on? No freaking way. There's an 82. Does it have the mark? It does. Alright, well, I'll bring you back here in a second. Be right back. Alright, we are now moving on to 226.5 all the way through the 7s and the higher 226s. So let's see, 226.5 for this one. 226.5. Oops. What am I doing? I can't write. 226.5. Let's see what this puppy has in it. You know what? Let's do this. We're going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to go like that, and then we'll peel it back. We'll do that. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's something right there. That looks pretty white. And unfortunately, I don't have... maybe I can rip part of this up that way. What do you think? Think I can do it? Think I can do it? Maybe? We get it? We get it? Oh, no, it doesn't want to show me anything there, huh? What is going on? Oh, I see a silver. There we go right there, but it's that's lies. All right, so we at least got that one. That's not a 90, but freaking garbage. All right, well, let's see what this is, and then I'll pause it and come back after I get to that one. So this is a 40% for sure. Another 1968 Denver. So 168, 40%. I was sure that was going to have a 90 in it. I was like, come on, you got to have a 90 at that weight, but apparently not. So anyway, I'll be right back. All right, let's see what this one is. 226.6. If this doesn't have a 240s or a freaking 90, I don't know what I'll do, but that's crazy. 226.6. That's got to have something. Let's see. Peel this up slow way. Peel it down. Nothing there. Ooh, we have a triple. We have a triple. 1, 2, and 3. Holy crap. Oh my God. 3 40% in a row. Well, 2 sandwiched together. So we have a pancake stack and a sandwich. How about that? A pancake sandwich. I'm calling it. I'm coining this term. Pun intended. Jeez. All right. Give me 1 second. I have to make a short on this one. 1 second. All right. I'm still just geeking out over this. This is awesome. All right, we're going to start with the top one here. We're going to pull them out like this. Pull that one out. Put them all together. Oh, good. We got the back of it right there. Nothing else there, so I'm going to cover it with my hand so I don't see what it is. Let's see what this is. First one, 1967. 40%er, 67. Next one, I don't want to see the year, so that's the, there we go. That is the back of it. Let's see. Very nice. And it is 67? Come on. Looks like 67 to me. Just trying to get it to focus on my fingers. Come on. There it goes. 1967, another one. That's two of those. And last but not least, that's the back of... Ooh, that's a nice and shiny one there. Look at that. That's very shiny. Let's see what it is. Get it focused. Another 67, this time a beauty. So another 67. And ironically, this row has been most of the nicest coins so far. They keep ending up in that row. So 3 67s out of that. Nice. Gotta love that. And that was a 226.6. So I'm going to go through the rest of these, see if there's any proofs or anything, and I'll be right back. All right, after that roll, I don't know how we're going to top that, but we're going to try with this 226.7. The last roll was 226.6 and gave me 3 silvers. Let's see what this roll can do. I don't know. It's going to be kind of hard to top that unless you got a 90 in here. Let's find out what happens. Not seeing any edges. Oop, we got one right there. We got a peeker. We got a peeker. Look at it. Look at it just peeking out right there. Beep. We gotta have another one in here somewhere. Is there another peeker somewhere? Maybe? Maybe? Hang on. I don't know. Let's do a little... Oh, that's got to be a 90. Look at that. Look at that edge. I don't know if I can get it to focus in on that. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's got to be a 90. Sweet. All right, let me pause here real quick. All right, let's see what's underneath the paper. Maybe a proof? Possibly. Let's see. Hey, look at that. We got ourselves a bicentennial proof. The first proof of the box. Nice. And that must be a 90 because it's the only one in here. And it is, let's see this. Oh, it's a Benji. Look at that. That's a nice one too. So we got another Benjamin Franklin. I almost said Walker. And it's a 19. You won't believe it. I don't believe it. Let's see what it says here. A 1954. The year my parents were born. 1954. That's awesome. So we got ourselves a 90. I guess we'll put that there. And a proof. So we have 1 silver. 54. 90%. And BIC proof. Nice. So now we got a proof. We're gonna just keep them all in the row that in the order that we find them. So I'm gonna go through the rest of this and see if I find anything else, and I'll be right back. All right, we are on to the next roll. Let's see, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 4 more, and then we're done with that. And then the last 5. So 227 on the dot, as you can see right there. 227.0. My lord. Just gotta do something real quick. Boom. All right, let's see what Mr. 227 has to show. No enders, not that I can tell. Let's see if we're gonna get something quick right within the first couple of coins. And we do, right there. Man, is that barely peeking through. Look at that, right there. There it is, right there on the edge. Barely to the... Come on, fold over. You know you want to. Oh, look, we got another one right there. So we have multiple silvers in this roll. We have one there and one right there. That's awesome. I'm going to have to pause. All right, let's see what we got here. Do we have a third? We do. We have a third silver. We have 1, 2, and third. Look at that. That was pretty. That one's heavy. I don't know. I'm thinking 40 for sure. That one, I don't know. Let's see. That one looks 90 by the edge. That one looks 90 by the edge. That one looks 40. Looks like we might have 2 90s and a 40 or 2 40s and a 90. But, yeah. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see what these are. We're going to start at the top. And that's the back of it. Sweet. And start with looking at the back of this coin. Set those down. We'll go like this. That way I can flip it over. So this one, it looks pretty good. I'm betting 67. No, I was wrong. It's a 68. All right. Well, either way, it's still silver. So we got a 68. We got 68. And then let's see what the next one is. We'll go with this one. No, we're going to go... Well, I already saw it. Look at that. Oh, my God. Look at this. That's a 90%. That's a blazing... Look at that. Blind you in the eyes. Ben Franklin. It looks to be a Denver. Man, look at that. I'm betting 63. Yep. Another blazer, just like the ender roll. 63. 63. Let's see, 68, 40%. 63, 90%. And then the last one is, let's see what it is. I was thinking 90, 40, but I think it's 40, 90, 40. So let's see what this one is. Starting to look 40 to me. And it is. It's a 67. So we got 67, 68, a Benji, and a 67. Not bad. 67, 40%. So out of a roll of 220, I don't even have enough to fill this back up. That's okay. Out of a roll that had 227, I got 3 silvers out of it. And pretty much every roll from here on out is 227 or higher. That is crazy to me. That it would give me that many heavy rolls. That's that, and then 2 of the nicest Benjis I've had in a while. And I just sold a bunch of 90%. And I gotta tell you, it's nice to get some of it back. Because I was kind of needing it. So it's, oh wait, you know what? I do have enough. I'm sorry. I didn't grab the rest of this stack. And I feel like I'm gonna need it. So let me pause here and I'll be right back. All right, we are moving along here. I know this is a long video, but I can't help myself. Another 227. I am super stoked to find this much in here. Let's see what this 227 gives. So far, we've got three out of the last two rolls, 3, 1, and yeah, we got the Benji and that, and then we got these 3, but before that we got those 3. So we got, and before that was 1. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins in the last 4 rolls. And now we have a 227, 227.1. I guess it might be 0.1. 227.1 rather. Let's see what this one's going to give us. Let's find out. All right, here we go. That's a very shiny edge. Oh, wait. We're gonna give some silver edges here soon. Or are you gonna give me? I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here except for very shiny regular edges. All right, let's see. Only 1, huh? Only 1 silver. Wow. I thought it was going to be more. That top one felt like it might have been a proof, but apparently not. All right, so we got 1 out of this. Let's see what it is. Oh, look at that. It's another beautiful, beautiful Benji. Beautiful. Look at that. And it's a Denver, and it's going to be another 63. Like, this is absolutely amazing. These are going in my personal collection for sure. So that is another beautiful silver. And the only thing that sucks about that is that I don't like finding nice silver, because then I want to hold on to it until I die. And I like to be able to sell it when I need to. And it makes it much harder to sell it when it's beautiful coins. Does anyone else have that same issue? Or do you look at it like, it's just silver? Let me know in your comments below what you prefer as far as the silver goes. Do you like ugly silver, beautiful silver? You don't care, it's just silver. Bars, rounds, 90%, quarters, whatever. Let me know what you think you prefer. But let's see here. We got a 63, 90%. B laser. All right, so we got the next one here. Let's see what we got going on here. Guess we gotta wait. 227. Boom. 227.1. Same as before. 227.1. Let's see what this one gives. Oh, that was funny. Boop. Popped up on my arm. Let's see here. I'm gonna go anywhere hiding in here. Oh, there we go. Right in the middle. It's not a multiple silver, but we'll take what we can get. Let's see what these are. Nothing. Let's see, what are we? Maybe a Kennedy 90? And it is. Look at that. Let's get a little closer here. Come on. There we go. The first Kennedy 90%, Philadelphia. All right, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Surprised it wasn't a multi-silver this time. But I'll bring you right back in after I do all this searching and do my paperwork. All right, moving on to the next roll. No enders. 227.3. Let's try it one more time. 0.4. 0.3. 227.3. Let's see what this one's going to give me. 227.3. That's crazy. It's actually got a nice 73 on the end. Not that I really care about 73, but is that a silver? Oh yeah, we got a silver, right? At least I think we do. Let me pull it a little bit more. Oh yeah. Let's double check. Yep, that's a silver. We got a silver right there. We got one down here. And we do. We have multiple silvers in this roll. We got one there and one there. That looks to be... that one looks to be 90. That one's definitely 40. So it looks like we got a 90 and a 40 in here. And God knows what's in there. Hold on, I'm going to make a short on this one. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's figure it out. Do we have a third silver maybe? We do not, so that means that's most likely a 90. Let's see what this one is. That's the head of it. There we go. We have a very nice, what looks to be a 40%. Let's see if I can get this to focus in on my hands. There it goes. We have a 67 40%er. And that's one. We have two. 67 40%. What is the next one? Oh, ho, ho, look at this. Again, it is a beauty. A beautiful Benji. Oh, I love these. I love them. Look at that. Is that a 63 as well? I think so. And it is. This one has a little bit of toning, but still absolutely amazing. So that is 3, 4 in the rolls. One there. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna pause here, go through the rest of this, and I'll be right back. All right, we are on the last 5 rolls. But I'm gonna do something different here. I'm going to take and cover with my hand currently, but I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna cover the silver I find thus far. So if you want to find out what happens at the end, you're going to want to watch the whole video. Hopefully you got an hour and something of time to watch, because it's been a little long one. This is probably the longest video I've ever made. But hey, it's worth it. I guess that will do right there. Just cover it up with that. I'm going to move this over just a smidge. Oh, I knocked him around. I can't be doing that. That's so mean to it. All right. And I have probably more than enough, but I definitely have more than enough. I only need that many left, right? That's 5. Don't need all those. All right. So let's find out what this weighs here. 227.4. 227.4. Let's see what this one's got in it. But before I do, I want to remember what these ones weigh. Ooh, I think we'll do this one before this, because even though it has an ender, I think we'll do it in this order. These are the heaviest rolls, and I think I'm going to do the enders first, because this one's 226.6 or 0.7, and this is 227. So, do I want to do that? We'll do it the way I was doing it. Forget it. What is this? We are going to move this one, 227.5 to dead last. 0.4. 0.4. We'll leave these two to dead last. We'll just move these over by 1, since I already wrote this one down on the paper. So 227.4. Let's see what this gives us. Let's see here. All right, let's peel it up. Oh, we got a silver right there peeking through. Looks like two maybe touching up. We got one right there. Look at that. We got two peeking. One there and one there. That looks 40. That, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, that one's 40. That one's definitely 90. Can we get any lower or any up higher with this paper? Any lower? Any lower? Can we get any lower? No. Guess I can't. That's still pretty good. All right. One more short. Be right back. All right, here we go. Let's see what this got. Oh, I think we got another one right there. Are those? That one's a silver. What is this? It's nothing. So we got 1, 2, 3 silvers. That one's definitely 90. Those look like 40s. Let's see what that middle. Yep, 40 and 40. I see 40 edges. So we have 3 silvers out of this roll. We have 3. We have 2 40%. Let's see what this one is. There's the back. That's a fairly toned reverse. It is a 67, kind of dirty. That's that, so we're going to put that on top to replace it. Then we got this one. There we go. It looks about the same color, so it could be a 67. Let's see. 68 Denver. All right, not bad. 67, 68. Replace it. And let's see what this one is. I'm pretty sure that's a Benji. No! Wow! Man, kicked me in the face. Look at that. I'm thinking it's going to be one of those beautiful Benjis. And no, it is not. It's another Kennedy 90%er. But hey, I'll take that. Another Kennedy 90%. All day. Anyway, I'll be right back. Let me go through the rest of these. And we'll do this first ender with the back showing and see what's up. All right. We are now on the silver ender roll with the Benji, which should be a Denver, which it is. This one has 226.7. We're going to see what this one's going to bring us. Should bring us this and maybe a 40. Let's find out. I'm going to not pull that. I'm going to rip this side. Carefully rip this side. There we go. And we will find out what we got here. We got that's Benji sitting there, right there. Look at that edge. Boom. There it is. Do we have anything up here somewhere? Don't see anything there. It's going to only be the Benji? Maybe. What's this thing? Nope, that's nothing. Just the Benji. Let's see what it looks like on the front. There's the back. Not too bad. It is a 61, I think. A 61 Benji. Not bad, not bad. I was hoping for more than just the one, but I guess I'll have to take the one. Be right back. Let me go through the rest of this, and we will move on to the other 63 beautiful Benji ender. Be right back. All right, everybody. Here we go. There's that gorgeous Benji ender with the regular ender on the other end. 227.1. Oh, I missed the weight on this one. So I'll have to go back through my video and figure it out. I'll just leave space for it. Oh, I'm missing the last two. So there's 3. Hold on one second. All right, I got it. I got the first one, and then I just remembered that the last one was just the Benji, so that was 227.4 as well. And now we are on this one, which is the ender. And it is another ender. I thought there was, maybe it was 226.7 or something like that. 226.7, I think. Yeah, whatever. Close enough. So this is 227.1. And it has the 63 on the front. Let's see what the back has. Let's see. Pinch. Pinch. Yep. Come on. Let's rip out or something. There's that Benji Ender, and that's it. Just that beautiful Benji Ender. That's what it looks like. Just this 63 Benji. In absolutely amazing shape. Come on, focus. There it goes. Look at that. Also, is that a Denver as well? Yep. Another 63. We'll see what, if there's anything else in here that I didn't catch. No, that'll do it. I'm going to go through these real fast for any proofs, and I'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are down to the last two rolls, which are 227.6. I don't know why it's showing that weird number now. 227.5. 227.5. Bouncing 0.4. But we're going to call it 5 for now, because when I weighed them first. So these are both 227.5s. And let's see what we got here. Before I do that, I'm going to take a picture of it on the scale, post it on my Facebook. I don't know why it's being stupid like that. It's like, why are you so off? As soon as I move it. There we go. I don't know why it's being stupid. It's either showing heavy or light, back and forth. All right, give me 1 second. All right, here we go. Let's see. We got a fat edge top coin. Oh, look at that. Look at that blazer sticking out of there. Can we get any lower or any higher? Oh, wait a minute here. I see two. One there and one there. That one distracted me from it. I couldn't see that one with that one sticking out so hardcore. But I bet if I cover it, you can see it now. So we got multiples in there. That one's... What is that? Yeah, we got two sandwiched together. So we got two right there. Awesome. Wow. I could have swore we had another one in here somewhere, but guess we won't know until I open it all the way. Let's see. What do we got? That is something. I don't know what that is, but it might be silver. Sounds it. Maybe. Possibly. No, I don't know what it is. It's just a blah. Sounds like we just got a heavy 90 and a heavy 40. Kind of hard to tell, but let's find out. Top one is definitely a 40%. There it goes. Let's see. Do that with it. That is a 68. Another 68 Denver. And now for this one, we have another Kennedy, Philadelphia Beauty this time. 64 Kennedy. Gotta love that. So I got a 90, and look at the difference in color. Look at that. Frost white and dingy yellow. Looks like someone urinated on that. So give me a second while I go through the rest of these. I will be right back with that final roll. All right, here we go. Let's see what this last roll is going to give us. No enders, 227.5. Let's get that out of my way. Move that over. The last one was 68. I'm going to add the other silver. This one is going to give me multiple silvers, I'm sure. Have a very nice edge there. Could be a proof silver, might not be. But we also have a very, very nice silvery edge there. Looks like it could be a 90. Yep, looks 90. And that is not silver, but it is very nice edge. But let's see what happens here. Do we have another silver poking out somewhere? Pretty sure we do. Just got to find it. Unless that's a silver, but I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Maybe we only have one in here. Nope, we've got two. There's the second one. Dirty, nasty edge, but still silver. We have two silvers, one there, and one there. This is nothing. That's garbage. These are nothing. In fact, they're less than nothing. Let's see what that has. Nope. So we got a very nice edge and a very dark edge. We got the back side of it there. Let's see. So we've got a 40%, it looks like. And it is. Check that out. Got another 40%. Come on, there we go. 68 Denver. And the last coin of the night is going to be another beautiful, beautiful Benji. Look at this with a little bit of brown toning on it, but I don't care. I'll still take it. And it is another BU beautiful 63. It is a blazer. Look at that. That is the best way to end off this hunt. With a 90%. I love it. I love this box. I can't handle it. I don't know what to do. I got so many of these now. That's ridiculous. I love it. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this box. Just going to do a quick search of these ones here while I'm talking. If you like this kind of content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, as a lot of people that watch aren't subscribed. It is free to click the button, so why not? You don't always have to watch whatever I post. It'll just notify you when I post either a live stream or a video or a short. And if you can, check it out. If not, that's okay. You can wait till the next one. But if you would, please hit that subscribe button. It does help the channel out. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, have a great day, evening, night, morning, whenever you're watching this. And remember, the silver's still out there. And I hope to find as much as I can. But I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a great one. Bye-bye.